Hello everybody and welcome to Lucky by Nature. I am Beast Demon and thank you for hanging out with me today. Please show your amazing support by smashing the like button, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can get your daily dose of ARK. This is episode 10 of Pro Tips, so let's get right into it. So tip number 1 is independent roll rats. And as you can see, I got two little guys here, and basically I just got an imprint on them like so. It's nice to have twins, and just make sure that they're not following you, and that's pretty much it. But in this situation, of course, as you can see, there's a lot of vegetation, so there's plenty for them to eat, and this is the only one that I know of that does this. I really don't know why, and I don't know if they're gonna fix this or not, but it's nice. As you can see, it already has some food in it that it got on its own, and so that's why these guys are independent. So there we go. Now they can just run around eating away, and that's pretty much it. This one is nice and simple. So let's go ahead and move on to tip number 2. This is a two-parter. And tip number 2 is a better trap for Reaper Queens. And as you can see, this one is interesting to say the least. And all the sides are clear because that was always an issue, or not always, but sometimes. And I realized that with my old traps, but we do need to trap these guys. And all I'm using is ceilings. They seem to go right through ceilings, no problem. So you just want to put pillars at the very edge, at the edges, at the edge ceilings, and they cannot get out, as you can see. And so the other thing that is it's really good about this is that if it tries to shoot those little shards at you, it can't. Because of all the ceilings that go all the way back. So the second part of this is going nowhere till we are done. So what this means is basically once you bring her down to the point where she's ready to mate, let me show you here real quick. Let me check and see if she's ready. See if she starts glowing. And as you can see, she starts glowing, so let's go ahead and turn off the light pit and move up here, up to her. And it looks like she's giving me the cold shoulder. Of course you would. And I know a lot of people will ask, why is it that you don't have any nameless coming after you? And actually I had, I think about 3 waves. But once you clear them out, then you shouldn't have an issue. They should give you a little time before the next wave comes in. So just let me get her riled up here real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her take me right off. Nope, you're too far to the left. I'm going to have her just pick me off the Drake. That way, in case the nameless do come up, they won't mess me up. There we go. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, so basically what the tip is, make sure you put foundations under her, and as you can see, she doesn't go anywhere. She doesn't dig herself down. So you can actually have a bunch of people just keep on getting pregnant. So if I had several other people, like my tribe mates, or even the whole server could come over here and get pregnant one after another. The only thing is that you have to make sure that somebody is here at all times, or it will despawn. But other than that, yeah, you can basically use the same one. So it's really hard to find the 150s, 145s, but once you find one, it would definitely be beneficial to do this, and just especially if you know, you're doing this with your allies. And I know it takes quite a few days on official. If you're on an unofficial server, then you can easily, you know, with boosted stats, then you can probably use the same queen to get pregnant a couple of times. Like as you can see on mine, I have 2.5 hours approximately to have the little one. So then I could come back and do it again and raise another one. But anyways, let's move on to tip number 3 is natural traps. I'm sure many of you know that there are a lot of traps, natural traps in all of the maps. But here we are in the island, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of my favorites. I use this actually quite often whenever I start out in a new island server. And as you can see, this is the we're not quite at Smuggler's Pass, but you know, if you were to go, right now we're going the opposite way, but if you were to go the other way on this river, it would take you towards Carno Island. But if I'm going to show you the chords here in a little while, but basically it's this little canyon here. Hey, somebody, hey, what the heck killed my Rex? I had this Rex in there. I was going to show you. Oh, it looks like it's a little stinky raptor. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's alright. So, as you can see, you just can get them in here. I was able to get that Rex in there, and it was not able to get out, which is good. Of course, you don't want to try this with Brontos and things like that, especially a Giga. As you know, this is really close to Giga spawns. But you don't want to do that. A Rex is probably the biggest thing that you could possibly take in there, or that I would take in there. But now we're going to take this Therisino in there. And as you can see, so now it's trapped, but I really caution you not to try to shoot it from this side, because it's a little tricky and something can come up behind you. Plus, they can reach you, see? They can reach you, so you would have to be back here a little bit, which is fine. But like I said, alpha raptors and things like that do tend to roam this area. So my suggestion is to come up here. And there's this little peak right here, this little triangle, I guess you could say, and this is where I shoot them from. Of course, right now I don't have you know, tranks or anything like that. I just wanted to show you this, and I'm using actually the noob character that I use for the noob series. And but yeah, I mean, I don't know that I could knock it out with this. I don't think I could, because these guys do go through torpor pretty fast. But I think you get the basic idea. We are over at approximately 38 by 68. That's where this little natural trap is. And I might show you guys some other ones later on, if I remember to do that. But I'll go ahead and show another tip that a lot of newer players might not know. It's a bonus tip. So tip 4 is subtitles for notes, and this one is more for like the Mayan Lee notes, and there are some other ones, but this is the main one. As you can see, I mean, I don't know how to read Chinese, but you can just press Y or triangle, Y on Xbox, triangle on PS4, or for PC, you can just go over to these little bars up on top, and as you can see, you can turn them on or off, but more than anything, that's only if you want to know the story. I know that some people are interested in that, some people are not, but at least now you know what you need to do if you do want to read it. But I hope that at least one of these is helpful to you. But that's it for this video, so until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.